I have both sides pinned together now, if you notice, and these both say back on this side, and they both say front on this side. So I'm going to take one of these at a time, and now we're going to sew these on the 5/8 inch line. And I want to show you right here it says 5/8 inch. That's the line you're going to use. Don't look at your material, just look. Well, don't look at the needle. You need to look and make sure that your material is staying right there on that 5/8 inch line. And if you have a hard time with it, ask me for a rubber band, and I'll give you a rubber band to help you with that. Okay? Alright, so let's take this. Take my first side. And notice that my pins, because of the way I put them in, will easily pull out. So I'm putting it in here. Come right around here, my little helper. I'm putting it right here on the 5/8 inch line. And I'm starting at the top. Make sure you put your presser foot down. I'm starting here at the top. And I'm going to sew 1, 2, 3. And then don't forget to reverse back to the end, so that this really helps to reinforce your pajama pants. Now, as you're sewing, take your pins out. Your pin cushion needs to be right here to the side, okay? And so as you go, you can just go ahead and pull those pins out. Notice I'm keeping it on the 5/8 inch mark. Also, remember that you have a little bit of extra on that back, so you need to keep everything smooth and to the side so that it doesn't get buckled underneath. Again, here's another pin, so I'm just going to go down the whole side on the 5/8 inch mark. You don't have to go this fast. I'm just going to for a matter of time so that you can see how to put this together quickly. Okay, so I'm just going to go down. I'm making sure that it's on that 5/8 inch line. I'm not watching my needle. I'm watching right here, making sure that comes in line. And I'm pulling those out and putting them in my pin cushion as I go. That way you don't have to mess with it later. Okay. Almost down my first side, all the way down. Okay, last pin. I'm going to pull it out, and we're going to go to the end. Okay, I'm going to go right down here. I'm going to back stitch right there where it ends. Okay. I'm going to pull that out. You can use your cutter right here. That'll cut it off for you. And now we're going to turn around, and we've got this side. Notice we have this side. Now we're going to start on this side. Now be careful, because this is the buckled side. So you want to put all your extra material over here so this doesn't come in and get buckled underneath. So I'm going to kind of push this over to the side. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to kind of hang it this way. Notice that big buckle right there. And we're going to start on this side now. Whoops, my top pin came off. That's all right. Okay, I've got it here now. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in my pin cushion, and we're going to do this side now. We'll start here again at the top, because you want to get all of this. You've got to get this whole thing. Sometimes students will start sewing down here instead of right at the top. You need to make sure you're starting at the top. Okay, so, and it's a good idea to hold your threads so it doesn't bind up inside here. Keeps it nice and a smooth stitch. Okay, did my back stitching. Now I'm going all the way down on this side on 5/8 inch as I go. Okay. And on these, notice we have notches right here. This is to kind of help you line it up. They didn't line up exactly, but that's all right. We're just going to pretend they're not there as we go on that 5/8 inch line. That's really important to just keep it on that 5/8 inch line. Keeps you from having pajama pants that don't fit right, that go woo on the sewing. So all the way down again. Okay. Almost there on this side too. Just keep going. Notice I don't get my fingers in too close. Don't want to sew any fingers. That has happened before, and we don't want that to happen to you. I'll pull these as I go. Almost down to that end now. Okay. Let me pull that last one out and make sure those are together. Whoops, whoa. Didn't like something I did it? Okay, I'm going to, again, I'm going to cut that off here. Now I want you to look at this because I've done one leg. Okay, I want you to notice right here, nice straight 5/8 inch line on this side. And then if you'll turn over on this inside, okay, I have the nice straight 5/8 inch line here too. You'll do this with both legs. I'm only going to show you the one leg. You know how to do it now, so you'll take and you'll do that with the other leg also. We're ready for our next step. Now it's time to use the serger. We've sewn both sides of each leg, and now we're going to serge them. What the serging does is it enforces the stitch. It causes it so that we don't have the fraying. Keeps it from fraying. See the fraying that happens when I pull on it some? It keeps that from taking place on our two sides. And we'll do it on both sets of legs. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, because this will cut, the serger will cut, so I'm going to take and do just what I did before. I'm going to shake it so that it goes to the other side and lays nice and smooth, because I've had students cut into their pajama pants because they didn't do this. Okay, so now that's nice and smooth. Now on the serger, you also have a foot pedal. So you'll need to put that down in a comfortable position, just like on your sewing machine. And you turn it on the right-hand side. There's a switch. I've already done it. Okay, and now what we're going to do is I am going to, see this edge right here? I'm going to use that as my guide. I'm going to put my foot, the presser foot down. You have one on this too, just like on the sewing machine. Okay, and these machines are temperamental, so try to be careful because it takes me quite a while to rethread them if they come on thread. I can do it though. Okay, so I'm going to leave my finger here so that that acts as my guide and doesn't come over and cut too much off, because you will notice as I do this that it's going to cut some off. So I'm going to, see this right here, that's the knife. That's the knife that cuts it off, and you don't want to get that too close under there. But see how I'm putting my finger here? That's my guide, so I don't get it too far over. And I'm just making sure that my material is not being ruined through this process. Okay, so I'm going to take that. I'm going to take it all the way down. Okay, this does not have a reverse, so you need to take it and go right off the edge with it. And you should always cut this off on the edge here. If you cut it too close, it can come unwound, and then I have to come over and thread it. So make sure you leave a tail on it and cut it off here at the edge. Okay, now the other thing I'll be looking for, and I'll ask you for on your grade sheet, is that you can't have loose threads. So make sure that you're getting all these cut off. You don't have to do it right this sec, but I'm going to go ahead and cut these off while I'm at it so I don't have to worry about it later. I'm going to cut these off so I don't have any loose threads, because that is 25 points of your grade is no loose threads. Okay, now I'm going to take the other side now, and I'm going to get it all down so that I don't have it buckling, because if this were over here, again, it could buckle and cut it off, and that would create a big problem. Okay, so I'm going to shake it. Now it's all to the side. I'm going to do the same thing on this side now. And I'm not even going to take my foot up this time, because it'll grab it and take it right underneath. Again, your finger right here. Okay? Taking it. Cut your notch right off. That's fine. And if you have a little, try and get this cut off a little bit. But notice this, just that little bit that's coming off. If you start to get too much, watch out and make sure your finger is guiding it right here on this side. Okay? And you will have to push it over to the side a little bit some. Okay? I'm taking all the way through. You don't have to, again, you don't have to go this fast. Okay? Okay, and where do I cut it off again? Same place, at the edge of the serger. So I have that tail. Okay, and we'll cut these off on this side and on the other side. And let's show you the pant leg again. Okay, notice you've had your seam, and now you have the nice stitch that keeps it from fraying. the serging stitch right here on this side and also on this side. And I'll need you to show me these so I can see that it's done correctly, because you don't want to get them all put together and have to take things apart. So make sure you show me this. And I'll meet you again when I'm done with the second leg and we'll be ready to put it together.